Welcome to the most must-see WWE podcast
Let's go.
in history. Welcome to Heel Tactics TV.
Beautiful.
Heel Tactics Podcast, episode 51. I think the first time I've ever done a new intro.
I like that.
I don't know if that's sticking around.
Probably not, but unique.
But we are here with the Night of Champions predictions, a show I feel like we've been talking about for like
Forever.
5 months.
Literally.
Geez, it's been so long since the last time that belt was defended in my mind.
Yeah. It's
in
really
actuality,
only like 3 or 4 weeks.
but it has felt so long. But
the title is on the line in Saudi Arabia at Night of Champions.
I'm a champ. I don't like to defend too often, but for the Saudi crowd, I gotta give them a show. I gotta give them a show.
Gotta give it to them.
So, yeah, we'll be facing each other at Night of Champions. We'll be the 7th match on the card.
Yeah.
My prediction is myself winning. Actually, I don't know about
also
that one,
predict you winning, but we'll see. You want to just start with what we've talked about endlessly, the King and Queen?
I want to start with the world title first.
All right, world title. We've got Cody Rhodes defending the WWE Championship against Gunther and Sami Zayn in a triple threat. On Smackdown, we had the Cody versus Gunther with Sami as the referee. Sami got into it with both guys, more so Gunther. Gunther ended up powerbombing him. Sami fast counted Cody for Cody to get the win. Cody restarted the match.
Sami kicked Gunther's hands off the rope, allowing Cody to pin him and then
to roll him up. Fast counted Cody. Everybody's getting into it backstage. Cody restarts the match.
I love that, like, Cody goes out there and he's like, let's redo this match. And Gunther, like, if it was any other heel, they'd be like, heck no, I'm not 100%. And Gunther was quick to just run right out there and get right into it.
They have a official ref this time, and Sami comes out and just hits Gunther with a
2
haluva
minutes
kick
later
to cause a disqualification. This ended up getting us
Gunther won that one.
Yeah, this ended up getting us to a triple threat at Night of Champions.
I'll say that was an interesting way of playing it on TV. I think it's better than just having Gunther versus Cody happen and then Sami costing Gunther the match. Having Sami be the guest ref, screwing it all up, and then also coming out there and screwing up the instant rematch. That's interesting. You know, I can't tell you if they have or the last time they did that exact type of segment.
Gives a little bit more
But, like,
layers.
also, Sami, you screwed everything up. You cost Gunther the match. Gunther should have been disqualified anyways.
Yeah, he didn't disqualify him.
So, I don't think it really matters.
No.
But that's how we got here. Gunther demanded that Aldis give him the rematch because it's apparently Nick Aldis' fault that Gunther lost. That doesn't make any sense. And then Sami was like, I didn't ask to be in all of this, but now that I'm here, I
ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here to stay.
So Cody said, there's only one way to settle this, Nick. Make it official. Triple threat. I want to face both of them. This should have been happening at SummerSlam.
Agreed.
But, Cody's got to fight a certain somebody at SummerSlam. So
we'll see.
Cody versus Sami versus Gunther, Night of Champions, seemingly in this whole feud, at least on the Cody side. We could still get like Sami and Gunther stuff because they have nothing else for them to do. But also, I don't know why you would run Sami and Gunther, though, if they're both like heels. Who knows what's happening? Maybe Sami Zayn wins the world title. Nope.
Well, he did say to Jay backstage on SmackDown, if you win King of the Ring, it won't be Cody holding the belt. It'll be me. What are we going to do about it? And Jay said, I'm going to do what I got.
You know what I would have liked? Since now, it seemed like just a few weeks ago, like it would be impossible to get to this point.
Yeah.
Jay should have just said, Oos, come back to the family.
Yeah.
There's always a spot.
I
would just put Sami back with the bloodline.
It is the best thing for Sami in terms of crowd reaction. But it does nothing for Sami. Realistically.
We would get to see what a heelish Sami is like with the bloodline.
Yeah.
Furthering bloodline converting to heel, They kind of want the bloodline to be heelish right now, but people like them too much. Well,
but that's not going to change.
Nobody likes Sami right now, so you can put
Throw
him
in
there.
Yeah.
And also, like, it just makes sense There's no bad blood between the family.
No.
He was part
He's
of it when the
re-teamed with
bloodline
them.
reunited.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he be invited back in?
Just
Excuse me.
on a separate brand. They're just not going to
Jacob
move him for some reason.
was on a separate brand.
Well, Jacob
They want Solo
pulled
and
up
he's on
Raw.
a separate brand.
That's a good point.
I would put Sammy back with him. Just make the bloodline gigantic.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, again, it does nothing for Sammy. He'll be in the same spot either way, so put him where he's going to be used best. I'm with you there. But yeah, in terms of this match, all roads lead to Cody Rhodes holding the title in my mind. I'm picking Cody.
I'm also picking Cody.
I mean,
Cody pins Sammy. Gunther.
yeah, Gunther doesn't take the pin.
Avoid Gunther getting pinned again. He doesn't
Yes.
need to get pinned again. If he
Agreed.
does get pinned again, that's ridiculous. The only issue is here, Sammy will actually get cheered in Saudi Arabia most likely, but
Yes.
also, like, who cares? He's lost in Saudi Arabia a million times.
Yeah.
So it's not even like that's a decision-making part behind them. Like,
Nah.
they're not going to change that just because Saudi likes Sammy.
And if the roles were kind of like reversed and it had been Cody, Sammy multiple times leading up to this match with Gunther being the interferer, then my mind could see a road where they're in Saudi. Just let Sammy do it. Let Cody win it back at SummerSlam. But no, we're not there.
There's no way in my
No.
brain ever that Sammy... Now,
Sami Zayn could beat
no.
Cody Rhodes.
Not that Sami Zayn can beat Cody Rhodes. Not that Sami Zayn can't be world champion. There's no way in my brain that you ever give Sammy the world title while he's a heel. You want
Yeah.
Sammy winning the world title as a face could be one of the biggest moments in your company.
Yeah.
You just got to get back to the point where everyone likes him again, which
they're-
ebbs and flows. It'll happen.
Yeah,
again.
it'll happen again. Just
It's just
not
like
soon.
when Chad switched heel to feud with Sammy for the IC title. It
Yeah.
was like, I honestly don't see them doing it. Not because Chad can't be the IC champ, but Chad's pop winning the IC title would be so massive as a face. They're
yes.
not going to do it with him as a heel.
Yeah. Good
It's the
thought
same
process.
situation. Sammy's not going to win literally anything as a heel except maybe like a tag title with the Bloodline or something. Like,
Yeah. Well, we've both got Cody. Now let's move to the King and Queen of the Ring. We'll start with King. We've got
Jey Uso.
Oba Femi versus Jey Uso. You've got Jey. I've got Oba. We've
We've
talked about this
last
ad
week.
nauseum.
Jey-
I'm not doing it
Jey
anymore.
is absolutely winning this match, dude. This is your warning shot.
Oba Femi. Brock's going to interfere, and Oba's still going to beat Jey. And he's going to fight Brock Night 1, fight Roman Night 2.
Oba and Jay had that promo where Jay was winded the entire time. And yeet.
Well, the problem was the very lackluster London crowd was not timing the yeets up with his promo like how they usually kind of flow. So he was like, yeah, yeet. I'll do it for you this time, yeet. Like he's literally saying it to the crowd while still
London
trying to
crowd
talk to Oba.
was chopped.
The crowd was chopped. I think their most exciting moment was Oba, and then after that, the crowd just died out. But I got Oba. You've got Jay. I'm not arguing this anymore. We'll see in 2 days.
It's not an argument. It's more like saying thoughts on it because our last episode only had like 30 views. But like,
Oba wins. Oba fights Brock Night 1 of SummerSlam. He's too tired from the Brock fight to beat Roman Night 2. That's how I see it in my head.
Jay wins so that you can get Cody back in the Bloodline vortex.
I guess.
Go ahead and start Cody Roman stuff
guess.
now so that it's been brewing by the time you get to the Crown Jewel Championship, baby.
Yeah.
The best belt in the company.
Oh, yeah, the really big one. It's my favorite title.
The biggest belt automatically means it's the best.
We should do an updated favorite titles. I would put the men and women's.
You sure you
Crown Jewel
didn't have it
titles.
on there?
Might have. But yeah, you've got Jay. I've got Oba. Let's go to Queen of the Ring. We've got Io Sky versus Liv Morgan. First off,
we forgot to even mention what happened with Jay beating Javon.
Oh yeah, but yeah, we'll mention that because I got to mention something about that and the women's match. But Jay fought Javon on SmackDown. Javon had gotten speared up by Braun the Raw before, so Javon's ribs were taped up, and
they kind of waited a little bit into the match to reveal it.
Jay ripped
then
his
he starts
shirt
holding
off.
it, and then the shirt goes off, and it's like, okay, there's no hiding it.
Once they showed the bandages, it was watching like 5 minutes of Jay just step on his ribs or punch him in the ribs. And then Javon caught the second win.
Javon had like some cool spots that were shown to you on a replay from commercial break.
Yeah, like the match itself was just, I I liked, even though it was out of Jay's character right now, after he won, he did hold up Javon's arm. Like, hey,
I don't see why you had to do injure Javon. In
Exactly.
This match. Like, why was that a necessity?
Sense. They're not scared to let Javon lose on a random Raw.
Especially to a guy who's been world champion before.
Yeah.
Like, Jay, you shouldn't have to nerf Javon for Jay to beat him.
Nah. But Javon is better in singles competition, 1,000%.
Oh,
but,
heck yeah.
Like, it just...
I can't tell you anybody in the men's division that's worse than Jay Uso in the ring.
In the singles competition. But the thing is, the winner was facing Oba. Like, Jay should have been able to beat a full force Javon, or vice versa. Javon beat Jay at his best. Jay beating the weak Javon from injury just doesn't...
About to go into a match.
It doesn't build
with
hype
his,
for the fight with Oba.
Big competitor.
Exactly.
And like, yeah, Jay's beat Gunther. So he theoretically could
Yeah.
beat somebody of that magnitude. But also, like, you're not doing a good job of presenting it that way.
No.
But it's still going to happen.
Yeah. Nah, it's not.
It is. Maybe this will be when the bloodline actually starts interfering in people's matches.
Maybe. But then we've got Queen of the Ring, Liv versus Io. Liv on SmackDown beat Charlotte. This one was 1,000 times worse than the Javon situation. So when Charlotte goes to walk to the ring,
Jade made me want to go to sleep.
Jade, Mimi, and B-Flop, which is what Chelsea called them.
Wow.
Stage. They decided to stomp on Charlotte's knee 2 times, which hyperextended the knee. She wrestled on it, which...
And they hit her on the back of the leg.
Yeah, chop block from the back. Aldis was acting like this was the most career-threatening thing to ever happen to Charlotte Flair. Whatever. Charlotte's hurt to go into the match.
This isn't that important. It's
important to me.
The amount of times they had to sit there and yell at her, and she just had to yell back, "I'm still fighting. I'm still doing it."
Yeah. So Charlotte's stumbling to the ring on one leg. And I will say shout out to both Javon and Charlotte. Usually when someone gets like an injury during the match, they sell it for like a second, and then they go and do a move and it's perfectly fine for like 2 minutes of the match, and then they sell it again in the corner. They sold their injuries throughout the whole match. Javon's arm was always on his ribs. Charlotte was always limping, or like she climbed the ropes on like one leg the whole time. Like, they did a great job carrying the injuries through. This made Liv Morgan look even worse than she already does.
Yep.
Charlotte on one leg, battered and broken, still took your women's world champ to the absolute limit.
The greatest women's world
Of
champ
all
of
time.
all time.
Whatever. This made Liv look incredibly weak.
I fully
She
agree.
has done nothing as champ, and doing this
She's
in
done
the tournament.
literally nothing.
Yeah,
it's not like Jade Cargill where she had one defense.
Yeah.
Liv Morgan has
done nothing.
yet to defend her belt since WrestleMania, and she probably won't defend her belt
Till-
she might not even defend at SummerSlam.
I don't think she
There's
is.
a chance she
I
does
don't
not
think she
defend the
is.
belt at SummerSlam, depending on if she wins this match.
Yeah.
The fact that WWE is that clueless on how to have somebody do at least one defense. Like, Division just lost the belts. They only have one defense.
Yeah.
They at least defended them, though.
Yeah.
She has done literally nothing.
I guess in their eyes, it's not necessarily them being clueless, because when Liv comes out, she still gets the reaction. People still love Liv Morgan.
Trouble.
That's me. I, on the other hand, am looking at it objectively. Like, I said it a couple weeks ago. She has done nothing to progress the product. So she shouldn't be your champ. She'll get a reaction whether she's world champ or not. So put the belt on somebody else who can actually further the women's division.
She's not great on the mic. She's not good in
She's
ring.
worse on the mic now than ever, because all she does is scream.
Yeah.
Like, her laugh. But it's to the point where, like, if Liv's talking, I know what she's going to say before she says it, so I really don't have to listen.
And every single week, it's just, oh, Roxy, da-da-da. Oh, wait, Dom, Dirty Dom. Da-da-da.
Her and Roxanne are inevitably coming.
I'm just going to go ahead and say
a
this.
point.
This is possibly a Hail Mary. I'm just gonna say now, Roxanne Perez is winning Money in the Bank and cashing in on Liv Morgan.
I like it. I still think Raquel should have beaten her here and fought her at SummerSlam.
Nope, Raquel's gonna go lose to Sol Ruca probably like 4 weeks in a row
Absolutely.
now. Yeah, no, Roxanne will win Money in the Bank and cash in on Liv.
And you know what? I'm not the biggest Roxanne fan. I don't hate it. Because if it gets the belt off Liv, I'm
The
good
thing
with it.
is,
she's just done
I
nothing.
don't like Roxanne.
Yeah.
But having Roxanne be involved with Liv is making me like Roxanne. And that's
Oh, yeah.
sad.
It's balancing the scale out to where Roxanne is rising higher and higher and Liv's dropping lower and lower. It doesn't matter. Raquel's the best out of the three.
Oh, yeah.
We can agree on
But
that.
She's never going
She's never going to do anything.
She's never going to get anything.
Yeah.
Like, literally
Yeah,
anything.
no. And then Io's just chilling. She won her match last week, and she comes out to talk to talk to Jackie Redmond, I think. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm going to be your queen. Yay. And then Liv comes out. I'm the greatest of all time, and I have more talent than you, and I'm better than you. And okay. She ends up trying to attack Io, and Io drops her.
Yep. The commentators did acknowledge the weirdness of the situation of Liv being in the finals.
Yep.
Because if Io were to win, would she challenge Liv? Would she challenge Rhea?
Mm-hmm.
Liv winning would challenge Rhea. I'm just going to stick with who I initially predicted from the start of it. Io. You know, I think it's about 50-50.
Yeah.
But since I had it from the start and I've been right all the way through, I want to.
Might as well go for
the
the full run. I'm taking Liv. I feel like it's Saudi Arabia. They're going to hand it to Liv Morgan. And we're going to have Liv versus
they want to
Rhea.
do Liv Rhea. My only thing, like I said last week, that complicates stuff with the stupid crown jewel title.
But it doesn't totally.
Unless Rhea wins and if Liv's belt's not also
if
on
Liv's
the line.
belt's not on the line. Mm-hmm.
But also, just to recap my theory initially, or from last week, let Io beat Liv, and then so it's not weird have her
fight
face
Rhea.
Liv again. Have her fight Rhea.
Rhea retains.
And then Rhea finally gets her win over Io.
I like that a lot. I like that way more than what I'm picking. But I'm picking Liv.
But what you're picking is very likely.
100%. You got Io. I've got Liv. And now we're on to... We'll do the two mid-card titles. We've got Tiffany Stratton defending the women's U.S. title against Jade Cargill. Out of nowhere. This match was just thrown together to throw on there.
Tiffany's technically been involved with Jade, but it's like not much.
Tiffany's been involved with Jade through Charlotte because that's really who Jade's rival is right now. It's either Rhea or Charlotte. And the other thing is Jade has been involved with world title. She should not be stepping back down to U.S. right now. Mm-hmm.
Well,
it does nothing
with
for
Tiffany
her.
also being the U.S. champ, I think right now they're just kind of interchangeable as far as the ranks go. But so I've not actually written down a pick for this one yet. I don't know who I'm picking yet. I don't remember if I told you this theory, but I'll go through it. I could see Jade winning so that you get a situation where Tiffany wants her belt back and Charlotte wants to get at Jade. So you end up with a Tiffany versus Jade versus Charlotte situation at SummerSlam, getting all three of those names on the card for the U.S. title, where I could realistically see Charlotte Flair winning the U.S. title and them trying to do what they did with Becky Lynch with the IC title with Charlotte U.S. I don't know if it'll work. Yeah. Becky Lynch has done great things as the Intercontinental Champ. She's been Intercontinental Champ 3 times. But it could. You know, Charlotte's great. Anything to keep Charlotte away from the world title. But I could see that happening. It could theoretically happen without Jade winning.
Yeah.
But also, she's Jade. They like to give her wins. So that's a bit like, do they just go with the person they like to give wins even though she's not good? But she's also Tiffany.
I'm picking Tiffany.
I think for the sake of it, because it ties stuff together better, I will go with Jade. Now, Tiffany's not really had like a crazy reign or anything, but also
that's my thing.
It's
like
the women's U.S. title, so like
who
cares?
They've done that belt wrong since the beginning.
And I think Tiffany losing the belt gives you an easier chance to put her and Chelsea actually together.
I don't disagree with that. I just think you took the belt and put it on Tiffany. She did like one open challenge or just accepted a match like the next week or whatever that she'd won it.
She fought Kiana And then did
like
she
instantly after.
do
and
a
then,
rematch with Julia?
I think so. And then after that, the momentum died off, as it always does with the women's U.S. title. They've yet to do the
I think
belt
she
right.
also fought Lash Legend. She might have also fought Nia Jax.
You might be right.
She might have been
She
doing
might have
way more than you're
multiple
giving her
title
credit
defenses,
for.
I can't remember. It's all a blur.
I really feel like she fought Lash. She fought Lash.
She definitely fought Lash. Yeah,
And I'm pretty sure it was for the belt.
probably.
Because Lash and Nia were about to have a tag title match, and Lash was like, might as
I'm
well
gonna
capture the
be
US
I'm gonna win the
champ
U.S.
going into
title
tag.
and then
But
we'll win them at.
I feel like
Saturday Night's Main Event.
Nia would have also fought her. But maybe not.
I don't think so because I think they were focused on getting the tag titles at Saturday Night's Main Event.
But she's at least
Had
I'm pretty
three.
sure defended against 3. Like that's pretty.
That's not
decent.
bad.
That's better than like every other
This
women's
is
US
just,
champ.
in my
way shorter
opinion,
time.
so out of nowhere. There's no point in having Tiffany lose the belt here. That's why I'm picking Tiffany.
But also like, there's also not much cost if she does lose it. Like
Not at all.
it's ultimately if you want to center the U.S. title division around a Jade story, and she is the link. So yeah, I'm picking Jade.
You got Jade.
With the early prediction of Charlotte getting her hands on it.
Well,
I don't know what you're doing with Charlotte and Alexa.
Alexa's just her cheerleader at this point.
Yeah, like they don't
Imagine
have any
that.
tag team aspirations.
What a goat, and they just waste her. Trick Williams.
Also, like Jade, like always wins in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. So does Liv. That's why I'm picking her. Trick
Liv
Williams
does win a
defending
ton
the
in
U.S.
Saudi.
title against Ricky Saints,
This
your
match is
boy.
so- like it's not random or out of the blue. I just like forgot it was happening.
It's forgetful for sure.
You know what would have been cooler? If it was
Mellow. 100%.
I
Mello
think
and
this
Ricky
match
fought-
is gonna happen. Like it's
Yeah.
just gonna happen.
We got here because Mello and Ricky fought on SmackDown. Ricky was able to.
Mello won their first match, Ty the second
Ty the second
match,
match.
Ricky won the third, and then for the number one contendership, Ricky won by Mello hit the
Mello pulled the turnbuckle off when Ricky was pulling him for like a suplex, and like 2 minutes later, in the like slowest, it like played slow mo in my eyes when I watched it, but Ricky just kicks Mello like in the chest as he's going for like a pin or something, and Mello hits the back of his head on the turnbuckle.
well, no, he had hit the turnbuckle once, and then he hit the back of his head on the turnbuckle.
and then that
like, a
knocked him
minute
out.
later.
1, 2, 3.
So I mean, I guess we'll be seeing a triple threat between these guys at some point. I love triple threats.
Yeah.
So much stuff is just easily leadable to them, and they almost never happen.
Yeah. Yeah. You could easily book a whole card of triple threat matches, and they just never do it.
With storylines that are currently happening.
That'll work. Yeah, that would work.
Yeah. Trick.
Yeah, Trick's not losing the
You're
belt.
you're not putting that belt on Ricky anytime soon.
Yeah, Ricky's not winning a belt anytime soon, and it's not going to be to Trick, who's really done nothing as the U.S. champ. Like, he hasn't had his time to progress with the title.
He's
He's
beat
just
Sammy
talked.
twice, and then he beat
Yeah,
Mello in a non-title.
non-title, yeah. So he defended
And he
twice
beat
against Sammy,
Miz
that
in
was
a
it.
non-title match.
Yeah. He's just not really done anything as the champion.
But he did literally say that's what was going to happen.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing no open challenges. I'm not doing all this and that.
You got to earn your shot at the belt.
Yeah. And Ricky did, and Ricky's going to lose.
Yeah.
Very easy.
Very simple.
Last but not least, we've got Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker in a steel cage match.
So big news with Division.
Yes.
Division, Braun, and Austin Theory were defending Logan and Austin Theory's tag titles on Monday Night Raw against the Street Profits. Thankfully, not against Seth and Dawkins.
Yeah.
Seth
Seth
and Montez. They have their match. You know, Logan gets kicked out about halfway through the match. Towards the end, he comes back out to try to bring the Nux to Theory. Then we get the Joe Hendry return.
Say his name and he appears.
I thought he was never going to come back.
Yeah.
Joe Hendry came back to chase Logan off. He can't wrestle him or anything, but he chased him off.
Chases him off.
Then when
He left the knuckles on the apron.
then when Theory goes to grab the Knuckles again, Seth
Seth's
Rollins'
music
theme song hits. The ref's looking towards the ramp.
Braun's looking towards the ramp as well because Braun was on the outside ready to run
And then
interference.
Seth runs out from behind, grabs the Nux,
Punches
knocks out
Theory.
Austin Theory. Braun chases Seth and leaves the match. He has his priorities on Seth Rollins and not on the belts, allowing the Street Profits to become 4-time main roster, 5-time if you count
title.
NXT, tag team champions.
Yes.
They're the tag champs again.
Congrats, Profits.
Thankfully, we got here.
Shout out.
And it wasn't Seth and Montez. That would have been atrocious.
It would have happened easily.
It would have
easily
happened.
could have happened.
But the Profits of the belt. The
want
Profits
smoke.
have the belts. I don't know where they go now. I wouldn't bother giving the Vision a rematch soon because I don't think Braun Breaker gives a crap about tag titles.
I don't really care about the tag titles.
And there's not much of a division to work with.
Ray and Dragon Lee.
You could let Dom and JD.
Dom and JD. That's about it.
The War Raiders want the SmackDown
Rusev
tag
and All
titles.
Ego.
I guess you
They're
could do
running them
that.
together. You might as well.
I mean, I felt like they were going to split up, but I guess we're just still with them.
They don't need to put the belts on the Usos, but the Usos and Profits will give you a good match.
Usos and Profits could give you a good feud.
A great feud.
And Seth doesn't like the Bloodline. The Profits don't like the Bloodline, probably.
Yeah.
And Seth and the Profits like each other,
Yeah.
so you could keep them all together and do gang warfare. But if you're going to do all that, why don't you just wait till towards Survivor Series?
Agreed.
You
Agreed
know?
on that aspect of it.
But, I mean, you do have your numbers. Like, if you put Joe Hendry with them,
Yeah, you've got
Joe,
the squads.
Seth, and the
Joe,
Profits
Seth, and the
versus
Profits
Roman.
Roman, Jacob, Jimmy, and Jay.
Now, it's funny.
You got LA Knight too.
It's funny to me because, like, you know, LA Knight was feuding with the Vision. Seth was feuding with the Vision. Profits were feuding with the Vision. All this.
Yeah.
And like, the Vision now, at this point in time, are, like, nothing.
They
don't have
injury
Gold.
bug.
They don't have Paul Heyman. It's just Theory and Braun.
Which means it's just Braun.
They're not running Raw. They're not, like, that menacing. They're not
Braun's
really
not in the
doing
title
anything.
picture.
The Vision were such a failed experiment.
Yes.
And they're going to keep them as a group.
100%.
They are just, like, such a miss. It's like every time Seth Rollins starts a faction.
It's because they took Seth out of it.
Well,
If
they
they
had
had
to. They kind of had to.
He got
I
hurt.
think
they
you
didn't have to.
I think
I
you
mean,
could have vacated the belt and kept him leading the Vision.
Yes,
But they also
100%.
wanted to jump the gun with Braun. And I
that's
don't
the
like that they
problem.
did that because they jumped the gun with Braun knowing they weren't going to give him the world title anytime soon.
Exactly. If you don't jump the gun with Braun, you keep Seth as the leader. The Vision could actually build themselves into a formidable force. Then you could run it all the way to Survivor Series, have War Games, Bloodline versus Vision, because Seth hates Roman and Roman hates Seth and yada yada. And then come WrestleMania.
Well,
After
War
that,
Games
or
last
you
year
let them
was
lose.
essentially Bloodline versus Vision.
Yeah, but you could let them lose a straight up Bloodline versus Vision, and that would have been where Braun turned on Seth. And then you could have had WrestleMania be Seth versus Braun for the world title. Well, one of them let Seth be the world champ, lose to Braun.
If I had to guess, if they keep pushing him, we'll get Braun versus Roman at the next Mania.
You're not really pushing him though. He's just
If
fighting
they
Seth.
decide to actually push,
Yeah.
he's just fighting Seth, but also he's fighting Seth.
Yes,
He's beating
and he's
Seth.
beating Seth. Yeah,
And I think at this show
he's beating Seth 100%.
If you let him lose to Seth here, that's just like you're just giving up on him.
If you let
And it's hard for me to see them give up on Braun Breaker. But if he loses to Seth, what in the world is he going to do in life?
Is it that they're giving up on Braun Breaker, or are they finally trying to move Seth away from the Vision Vortex? Because that's what Seth's whole promo on Raw or vignette on Raw was.
It's an issue.
If I
because
beat him,
you don't
they're
want
behind
Braun to lose, but Braun has to lose to get Seth away. Now, the whole
Yes.
issue with it, and with everyone who's feuded with the Vision, and what I don't like about it is every time someone starts a feud with the Vision, their goal isn't to beat the Vision. They always say they want to destroy the Vision,
And they never
break
do.
up the Vision.
Yeah.
But once you win your big match at the end of the feud,
The Vision's still
you
chilling.
just leave them alone, and the Vision are still together.
Yep.
The Usos and LA Knight for months wanted to abolish the Vision.
Yeah.
They beat the Vision at Mania.
But that should be.
They didn't even take the tag titles back. And then the Vision were just fine afterwards. And LA Knight and the Usos just stopped caring. So, like, they're still doing the same stuff. Why do you not care anymore just because you beat them?
Well, because LA doesn't like the Usos. anymore.
But I'm saying, like, even at
No,
the Raw
I get
after
100%
Mania,
what you're saying.
at that point
Yeah.
in time,
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense. Seth, win or
Look.
lose, The Vision's still going to be together.
It's not just the Vision, though. They've done that with tons of things
but
and tons of people.
But, like, everyone, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not remembering. But, like, nobody was like, I'm going to destroy the Bloodline.
Drew McIntyre. They brought Drew back.
But Drew
was his sole vision. He did it for like 2 weeks.
But Drew said that and then got moved to a show that the Bloodline went on.
Like,
so that doesn't count.
Stupid.
Everyone's just like, I'm going to become the world champ. Or I don't like how the Bloodline treat people, so I'm going to try to beat Roman. Nobody's attempted to destroy the Bloodline.
I guess you could say Cody and Seth versus Rock and Roman was to destroy the Bloodline. That was their goal.
It was to
destroy the Bloodline.
Roman's reign of terror, which they did technically do it.
And it also broke up the Bloodline. Like, Solo was then the leader. Roman left, and he brought in his people.
But also, ultimately, the motivation was to finish the story.
Yes. Finish the story.
Finish the story.
Greatest WrestleMania moment ever.
Was behind it. It was, we want Cody, finish the story. Yeah. It wasn't, we want to destroy the Bloodline. That was just a side effect.
Yeah.
You know, with the Judgment Day, when they had their reign of terror, the only people attempting to destroy the Judgment Day were the people in the Judgment Day.
Yes, but the Judgment Day never had the reign of terror like.
No,
same as the Vision,
but
they're not having the reign of terror of the Bloodline.
The Judgment
None
Day,
of them are
the
having
Judgment
that.
Day at their peak terrorized Monday Night Raw way more than the Vision do. The Judgment Day were attacking people every other segment. Every other segment.
There was really nothing.
The Judgment Day quite literally ran Monday Night Raw. Damian Priest won the World Heavyweight Championship. Rhea was the women's champ the entire time.
That was their biggest part. Yeah, it was Rhea.
So it's not like they never captured the big golds.
No. It's just they were never
They were not Bloodline by any means.
Yeah.
But when Bloodline were stuck on SmackDown, the Vision were the Judgment Day were very big on Raw.
Yeah.
Now they're just a bunch of
break them up whenever, like, please.
Garbage. But.
All right, so real quick just to run through. We both got Cody. I've got Oba. You've got Jay. I've got Liv. You've got Io. I've got Tiffany. You've got Jay.
We're the only two we have the same
is
are
Trick and Cody. We both picked Braun.
Oh yeah, Trick, Cody, and Braun. So we have three different. That's a lot.
Yeah. Can't wait for you to have a crazy blowout win in Saudi Arabia, bud.
Dude, can't wait for Oba and Liv to win and me hand you that title.
All right. Other things to talk about, which we kind of mentioned for a second. Solo stuff with LA Knight. We had Solo come out on Raw. LA Knight fought Jimmy on Raw.
Jacob talked to Solo again on SmackDown.
Yeah. So
and Solo, like, it's causing some issues with him in the MFT. They told him stay in the back because we don't want your family to mess with our family.
Yeah.
And then Solo didn't stay in the back, and it distracted the MFT, and they lost.
Yes.
And Solo thinks that's what Jacob's real plan was, to get in his head and screw everything up on his side of the world.
And the Usos mentioned to Jacob that they don't like that he went to SmackDown and talked to Solo again because Solo's going to come to Raw and mess with us now. It's a waste of time.
He did. He interfered with Jimmy versus LA, and he gave LA Knight the win.
He spiked Jimmy on the top, and LA just sat there and looked like, what's going on? Started looking around like, where are they coming from? And then he just pinned.
If Jey Uso doesn't win King of the Ring, is it crazy to think that we'll get Jay, Jimmy, and Jacob versus Royce, Solo, and LA at SummerSlam? The weirdest combination of people ever.
I would easily see Solo, Tala, and Tama before.
You're not going to put Tala and Tama. And Tama, I think Tala and Tama are about to leave from Solo.
If they do that, then they're just going to put Solo back in the Bloodline.
I think they will eventually, but not by SummerSlam. I think the Bloodline, I think they'll put Solo back in it, and I think they should put Sammy back in it and just have it be gigantic.
If anything, I would see it just being the Usos versus LA and Solo. I think they need to get Royce away from that whole situation.
But Royce is so stuck in it.
He's stuck in it because it's just on repeat. Nothing comes from the story at all.
I'm not saying nothing
Solo
comes
talks
from
to Royce,
it, but
Royce says no. Royce has a match. Solo comes out. Royce loses the match because of Solo. Redo it again on Friday. Run it back, everyone. It's doing nothing.
But he's still there.
He still talks to Solo. At this point in time, Royce should just take Solo's head and put it in a wall every time he sees him.
I don't get it, but You know,
I hate it here. I truly do. I love Royce Keys. And
know,
this is
he's
what
at
we're
least
doing
being
with him.
booked.
Yes, he is being booked. Just so Solo has something to do on SmackDown.
So I mean, Solo doesn't even wrestle anymore.
We're about that time of the year though. Yeah, this is SummerSlam. Solo's gonna carry SmackDown for like 4 months.
I don't know. I mean, you
Well, he might
can't.
be on Raw now.
I don't know if you're not gonna do Solo versus Cody again.
Why not? You're gonna do Roman versus Cody
You're
again.
gonna do Cody versus Jay.
Opa's winning King of the Ring.
No.
Yeah, so Solo's back. Solo showed up on Raw. It's just kind of a cool point.
He
to
helped
mention.
LA Knight win, and LA Knight was like flabbergasted.
Yeah. And then we had the Chad Gable segment on Raw. Chad Gable.
Also, shout out to Jacob Fatu's Umaga shirt. That was sick.
Chad Gable comes out. He's trying to get the London crowd sucked. This was the worst, like, out of the U.S. crowd. It was worse than a U.S. crowd. Like, we always talk about how the European crowds and the Saudi Arabia crowds, they're always going crazy. London, I guess all the WWE fans are World Cup fans that came here for the World Cup and they weren't there for Raw because it was horrible.
I don't know if we brought it up last week. I can't remember. They brought Chad Gable back.
Yeah.
With the American Alpha theme.
100%.
A theme that is literally just random beats.
And it's great.
And it's a banger.
It's a banger.
And people, at least on social media, were into it.
Yeah, crazy.
They
about
were into American Alpha theme. Just for a week later, you bring him out with this crappy what are Def Rebel. I thought
Somebody called it AI Nickelback.
how many reports have come out that Def Rebel was gone from WWE over the past 3 years, and they keep making theme songs.
They here.
So you bring it out with this Def Rebel theme.
Yeah.
Nobody likes it. You can barely hear it on TV. It doesn't sound
Yeah,
good.
you can't hear the words.
It's cringy lyrics, and Chad Gable the whole time is clapping to try to get the fans to clap, and they
I
just
love your energy.
and they don't want to. No. And then you see that, and instead of pulling an Usos where you give them 4 themes in 4 weeks, granted they never gave him a good theme in those 4 weeks. You don't switch him back to American Alpha.
You run it back.
You don't switch him back to his American Made theme.
Nope.
No. Because the American Made theme, I didn't mind that one that much. It just sounded like it kind of just sounded like Kurt Angle's theme song.
Yeah.
And we'll keep going with this. What is this theme song? It is horrible. It's not even catchy. Nobody wants to clap to it. It makes Chad Gable look so cringy because he's desperate for them to start trying to get the crowd to clap to this awful
We're
theme
already
song.
on the trail of fumbling Chad Gable post El Grande.
I can't tell
and it's
you-
all off a theme song.
I can't tell you the last time somebody got a new theme song and it was actually good. Like, it has been so long.
Yeah.
Every time a theme song's actually good, it's when they just go back to their old one.
It might be Jimmy Uso.
Jimmy Uso's
I
theme
think it's
song's
Jimmy
good.
Uso's the last time
I
it
like
was
Jimmy
good.
Uso's theme,
Yeah.
and that came out like 3 years
When
ago.
he left
at
the
this point.
Bloodline originally.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while.
But it's a good song.
Great song.
Better than Jay's.
So Chad had his theme and his entrance, and then he said he wanted to do something really important to him. Rey Mysterio has been helping him figure things out, and he needs to apologize to certain people. So I'd like to invite out Tozawa, Otis, Maxine. They come out.
He gives them all
Gives
a
them
very
their
heartfelt
apologies.
apology.
Yes.
Tells them, y'all don't even have to spend the time of day on me. He gives... I almost said
Omos, I know.
Oh, he gives Otis like a really good apology,
Yeah.
like heart touching, and he puts out his hand and says, "I'm sorry." Otis goes to shake it, and then freaking Moody Maxine gets in the middle of it.
Becky Lynch
Freaking
tweeted
Maxine
about it, too.
Theory gets in the middle of it. What'd you say?
Becky Lynch tweeted about it when she was mean to Chad. She said, I told all y'all Moody Maxine was like this. She's a horrible human being. Wouldn't even accept an apology.
I love how petty she is.
Maxine cuts
Maxine
a
gets in the
promo.
riddle and she's like, they're the nicest guys ever, and they might be ready to accept your fake apology, but I'm not. I've learned that I can't trust a single word that comes out of your mouth. We're leaving you just like you left us. And then Otis Tozawa just blindly followed Maxine. Maxine is the new Chad Gable. She is so mean. She's so moody.
Moody Maxine.
Becky was always right.
Always is.
I don't know why anybody wanted Maxine to win the IC title. You know, Becky.
Time out. I gotta say this because it never really clicked in my brain till I heard Chad Gable himself say it. Maxine, you've done something I've never done. You won a singles title.
I sent you that on Instagram and you never checked it months ago.
Yeah, no,
when
never
she won
realized it.
It was like she won the IC title before Chad.
Nowhere on this earth, in this world, in WWE, should Maxine Dupree have won a singles title before Chad freaking
I fully
Gable.
agree. And, you know, she didn't like Maxine Dupree, and look who Maxine Dupree ended up being. She had stuff against Lyra. Look at what Lyra did to Bailey this week.
Absolutely, she tweeted about that too. Looney Lyra.
Becky's always on it.
Looney Lyra finally snapped.
Is always on it.
She's the GOAT. Becky Lynch is the GOAT.
But yeah, Maxine storms out of Chad's apology. You know this is just leading to Maxine joining the Vision and Otis and Tozawa accepting Chad's apology.
Yeah.
Please don't reform the Alpha Academy.
No.
Let them be friends. Great. Love it. And I don't want to see that anymore. I loved the Alpha Academy. They were so fun, but we're past that point.
Yeah.
Chad Gable has been a joke for 10 years. It is time.
The thing is, since he's taken the mask off, we haven't seen him interact with the Creeds or Ivy Nile. I don't know if they're just going to act like it.
He doesn't have anything to apologize to.
No, but like they were the heels. So it made sense for them to team up with El Grande.
If I were WWE, I'd just send all three of them to AAA.
Maybe.
Just all three of them.
Yeah.
Let them be a heel American faction in Mexico. That works.
It would work.
That easily works. Yeah. And they can still be the Credos.
The Credos, yeah.
They never lost their masks.
Nope.
But yeah, we're still doing that. Speaking of AAA,
let's hit the AAA real quick. Actually, it was a longer episode solely because El Grande had a big entrance.
2 matches and then one big El Grande segment to end the show. We started the show with
El Ojo, which is Vikingo and Omos, versus Mini Vikingo and El Hijo del Dr. Wagner.
A little
Jr.
confused why it wasn't your boy
Gigante.
What's his actual freaking name?
Galeno. Yeah.
Why it wasn't him and Dr. Wagner Jr.?
Oh.
But we got Mini Vikingo and Dr. Wagner Jr.
Good match.
They lost?
No,
they won.
Mini Vikingo
pinned Vikingo again.
Yeah.
He's going to beat him for that belt.
Probably so.
At some point.
JBL just wanted the world to know that Mini Vikingo is a thief. He wouldn't stop saying
he wouldn't stop talking about
match.
And every time Ray just went, come on,
man.
Come on.
You don't need to say that. That's not nice. He's a thief. What do you want me to say? He's a thief.
Make sure you got your car keys. Comes up with random stuff, and he's obsessed with it for like the entire match.
Absolutely.
But they did get the win, which led to Vikingo and Omos
beating down,
dropping them, and then Galeno coming out to the save.
But he got dropped too by Omos.
Well, I mean, he's Omos, man.
Yeah, pinned 3 guys last week.
He's a beast.
So. Then
we're just leading to the clash of the Titans.
Yeah. We had Dirty Dom's return to AAA, which is quite
a 10-second backstage segment
that was probably filmed at
which
Smackdown.
Was just him saying, "I'm Dirty Dom and I'm the king of the luchadors."
Yep,
I'm the champ still. Y'all remember me?
Yep,
I'm still a champ.
Good job. Ray Phoenix defended the AAA Cruiserweight Championship against Laredo Kid and Lince Dorado.
Triple threat banger.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's no reality where this isn't a banger.
No, yeah, 100%. I kind of like that we had Lince win the #1 contendership and Laredo get his rematch clause in one match. Just go ahead and get it knocked out.
Yeah. Well,
and they killed it.
I think Rey Mysterio said Ray Phoenix was like, let me just face both of them.
At the same time. Move on.
Yeah, Cody just copying Ray Phoenix. Cody copying the greats.
Imagine that.
Even though Wait. SmackDown happened before this.
Yeah, it has. Don't worry about it.
No. That didn't happen.
No, this was a banger.
This was awesome.
It was a banger.
Ray Phoenix, of course, won. Continuing through, Ray Mysterio said they've been in talks about getting that belt on all shows, including
NXT.
Raw, SmackDown, and NXT,
Yeah.
and AAA still.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting.
Yes.
Let Ray Phoenix go everywhere
within the company and defend that title.
That's awesome.
You're
finally presenting him like he's cool.
Yeah. He also stated that Lola Vice is defending the NXT Women's Championship against
La
Hiedra next week, which is the first time that title is being defended in AAA. And I thought he said something about they're in talks of bringing someone who's never been in AAA from WWE over.
He said a former WWE World Champion.
Okay, yeah, I missed that part.
I think they did tapings. It's Damian Priest.
Oh, okay, cool.
Damian Priest has debuted in AAA.
Cool.
Because I think this was pre-taped. Because I saw like a post about him. And it was like Damian Priest rocking a new look in AAA.
Nice.
So he's going to go on a run there while also being on SmackDown. Interesting.
Yeah.
Got nothing else to do with him.
Yeah. I'm cool with that.
You know, you had the Grande segment where he got dropped by the new faction of
Los Perros del Mal.
The Creed, not the Creed brothers.
Not the Creed
no,
brothers.
Wrong set of
Carmen Petrovic, Daga, Bronco Nima, Angel Umberto.
You know, I think they really tricked everybody when he was like, I'm coming after Dominic Mysterio, and then Carmen was on the ramp, but it was far away, and you just saw a blonde girl with short black shorts and a black outfit. I was like, it's Liv? Why is she there? And it was just Carmen. They're a new faction. They probably won't win anything. Los Garza, man.
It's AAA.
They are in a constant loop of in and out of factions. Yes. I don't know why. Just let them be Los Garzas.
Agreed.
But he got dropped, which makes me think maybe they're not going to do him versus Dom yet, which means maybe they want to rerun Damian and Dom.
Well, here's the thing. You've got Triple Mania is September, I think.
Wait,
we've got 2 months.
Let me cook.
All right, cook quick.
Damian versus Dom on night 1 of Triple Mania.
That was my thought.
Dom versus
yeah.
Grande Americana.
100%.
Simple.
Yes.
Simple. If you're actually going to put Damian on a real run.
He can beat Damian, which helps Dom look way better. I guess it doesn't really hurt Damian because you're not doing anything with Damian anyways in WWE.
And then he can lose to Grande
2 days later. 100%.
Works.
100%.
Lyra Valkyria betrayed Bayley after they lost. They finally split up. Yay.
Whatever. They still should have held the titles at one point in time. But yeah, Lyra.
But like, I don't care anymore.
No. Yeah, they've made me just not care about either one of them.
Well, no, I care about them.
I like both of them a lot.
I wanted to see them in the singles division.
In terms of being on TV,
I would bring it all full circle and take the 3 people who were fighting for the Intercontinental belt last year, Bayley, Lyra, and Becky, and shove them in with Soul.
Yeah.
Throw Raquel in there. Ladder match.
Sometimes there's going to be nothing but multi-man matches. I like it.
Well, no, you're going to get Jay versus Cody. And
you're going to get Oba versus Roman and Oba versus Brock.
You're going to get Roman versus Solo, CM Punk, LA Knight. It doesn't...
Give me your match of the week, rest of the week.
Match of the week, I would go with the the Cruiserweight Championship Triple Threat, wrong belt.
100%.
Wrestler of the week, not Jey Uso.
You can pick Liv. She won her Queen of the Ring semifinal match.
Barely.
Yeah.
I'll go with the Street Profits.
Nice. Also going with the triple threat for the AAA Cruiserweight Championship. And I'm going to... You gave it the Profits. I will give it to Rey Fenix. Might be doing a lot of Rey Fenix picks here for a while.
Yeah, I didn't want to pick him because he's going to get a lot.
He's going to get a lot. Rey's goated. All right. We appreciate you all for tuning in to the Heel Tactics Podcast. You know where to find us here every Thursday, 2 o'clock on YouTube, audio only on Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, iHeartRadio. Like, comment, subscribe, follow us on all the socials. And that's it. We got Night of Champions. We did the predictions. We'll come back with the results next week. Thank you.